Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I am not alone today. I am with Angel.
Period.
So Angel, would you like to introduce yourself?
Cool. Hi besties. Oh my gosh, I almost said welcome back to my channel.
She's also a YouTuber, by the way.
Yeah,
so.
I'm a YouTuber. You can check out my channel at Angel Mate. I don't have anything else to say.
Wait, tell us about yourself. What do you do for a living? Where did you grow up? I don't know. Tell us about yourself.
Okay, I'm a Venda girl from Limpopo. I'm a data analyst. Yeah, stay in Joburg now. So yeah.
And she's also very beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, so today this is a collaboration. I'm very much excited about it, and I'm so happy we're doing this.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah,
We've been saying
we want to do this, so I'm so glad that we were like intentional and we just put the date there and we got started.
Yeah.
So today we're just gonna have a nice chat about social media. As you would have seen from the description, we want to talk about social media, the positives of social media, the negatives, and how it affects us as individuals, right? I believe it's a very important topic in this time and age because social media is everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? So we've got a couple of questions and just gonna shuffle the deck.
Okay.
So we're gonna pick a question, right? And then you answer the question, or you ask me the question. So, or we both answer.
Okay.
Good. Okay, let's start.
Okay. Who is your current favorite social media influencer or person, and why?
It's a good one. It's a good one.
For me or for you?
For you.
Wow, that's such a very serious question. Okay, I'd say my current favorite influencer is Jenna. Jenna is a fitness influencer.
I don't know her.
Yeah. She's a fitness influencer, so I like her because whenever I see her on my timeline, she motivates me to get up and get that body. Because she posts workouts and all of that, what she eats in a day, and that's the type of lifestyle I'm trying to achieve.
Yeah.
So I like she's my current fave. Yeah.
Okay. I think for me, my current fave would be the Mercs. Petola.
Oh, yeah, the family.
Yeah, the family. I don't know how to pronounce her name, guys. I think her name is
Petola.
Petola, or that one. The name, that girl. Yeah, she's like my favorite because like she's real, she's raw, and the way they've just opened up about their child born. I feel like it's so beautiful. We get to be part of the journey. We get to see what God is doing. So I really love the way they're so real. I know the past few weeks she was selecting shoes for her child. The child was going for a dance, and then they picked this small little heels like this, and the child is gonna look like an intercessor. That was really funny.
I love the Mag.
Yeah. Nice. So I think the fact that they include us in their lives is really cool.
Most people only show the good side of life.
Yeah. So I really like that. So this question says, how do you think social media influences you? I think for me, there are positive and negative influences, right?
Okay.
I think the positive one is it helps me have more perspective, see things outside of my world, right? With social media, we can see what's happening in the UK, we can see what's happening in America, and I feel like that's one thing that maybe people that didn't have social media were lacking, perspective and seeing what is possible. So it shows me that there's so many things that are possible out there that I even thought were not possible for me.
Yeah.
So I think that's the positive side. It also encourages me, like with the fitness thing you just spoke about, to like I don't think I would have taken fitness seriously if there were no fitness bunnies and whatever. So there's so much information that is also being put out on social media, which helps me work on myself, which makes me realize that, oh, I didn't know that this is a thing, that this is something I can work on. So it helps me improve myself. And the negative side, I think sometimes it steals my own thoughts or my own opinions. Like, for example, if I watch a movie and I think, oh, it's such a great movie, then I go to Twitter or X now, and then next thing I think, oh, it was horrible because a lot of people are saying it was horrible. So sometimes it filters my opinions.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, okay. So, I mean, if social media is the reason we are YouTubers today,
Exactly.
you got to see other people and see that, okay, it's doable, it's something that I can do. You just pick up your camera and start talking. So it influenced me in that way. I mean, for a long time I thought I want to be a YouTuber, but it was like, ugh. But every now and then you see new YouTubers come up and you're like, okay, I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it. So yeah, that's how it positively influences me. And I'd say negatively, I feel like if you spend a lot of time on platforms like X, you can become very negative.
Yes.
Very, very negative. And I feel like platforms like that thrive off negativity.
Yes.
Like you can't, when you are there, you must already be trying to nitpick, oh, that person doesn't look nice and that. You're already trying to find a negative thing about that person. You know what I mean? Whereas when you're on Twitter, TikTok, it's different.
Positive vibes.
It's positive vibes, we're laughing.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter anyone's surroundings, whatever, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
My turn.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you suffer from imposter syndrome, and how do you get over it? Oh, me.
Yeah, you should answer it.
Well, for me, I do go through that quite a lot. Quite a lot. Like even like last week, for example.
Already was.
Yeah, it was. I called my mom. I'm like, I regret what I just did now, because you know I don't want to get too much into it.
Yeah.
But it was like I did something that was something that I wanted to always do. Right. I made the plans. Now everything is in the books. Everything is running, and I start doubting myself. Actually, you're not good enough.
Yeah.
What if they call you and this is it? They give it to you. You won't be able to do it. Like, this is not it. Like, are you sure? Can you withdraw? Can you? You know what I mean? You just start self-doubting. But like at the beginning, I knew my plan. At the beginning, I felt that's where I want to be. Now that it's here
and it's happening.
It's happening. I'm like, maybe it's not for me. You know what I mean? And also when we're studying YouTube, because I got hyped up by my friends and everyone, and then I created I created my channel, but there was nothing yet, you know. And now I'm like, imposter syndrome is kicking in, and I'm like, okay, now I've already created an expectation for people. They're waiting for me. Now I can't now just disappear because now I'm starting to doubt myself. Can I do this? What will I talk about? How will I look? All of that. But in terms of how I deal with it, it's just positive affirmations. You know, just continue to speak good about myself. Another example is like when I was doing my research, I knew that I felt like I've never been good at research. And now I'm like, I'm stuck here. I have to finish this degree, I have to be good at it. So I started speaking positively, like, you're good at research, you're good at it, you're good at it, you're good at it. Until I did it and I actually passed it well. So I think that's how I deal with it. Positively affirm myself when I'm in that situation.
Oh, that's a good one. I think for me, I do suffer from it. And it can get quite hectic because you just feel like, let me just quit, let me stop, this is not for me, or you think that people are doing it better than you, you know. But I think what has helped for me is also affirming myself, like positive affirmations, thinking about my background, thinking about how far I've come, you know, and just reminding myself that God wouldn't have given it to me if He didn't think I can do it, you know what I mean? So I just think that if God gave it to me, it means that I can do it, and He has faith in me to do this thing. That means I'll be able to do it. So just remember who you are.
Yeah, very true.
Okay. Has social media affected you and your mental health negatively? If so, how? I think it has. Social media has affected me negatively in the sense that you start comparing yourself to other people, thinking that other people are doing things better than you, other people are way ahead of you and stuff like that. So I think it has affected me negatively in terms of comparison. Hence I needed to come up with a plan on how I'm going to stop comparing myself to other people. Also a bit of jealousy sometimes, but how I overcame the jealousy part was to, when you see someone doing good and maybe they're doing what you want, is to celebrate them. Like, leave a comment, say, oh my gosh, well done, DM them, you get what I mean, saying well done. I'm not saying that every time I comment on your post it's because I was jealous or anything, but I'm just trying to say that it has taught me to learn to celebrate other people, because sometimes you compare yourself and you're like, why am I not there? That's jealousy, right? You're like, why am I not at where they are? Why am I not doing what they're doing? And for me, I just felt like, no, I can't live like this. I can't always be comparing myself. I can't always be jealous of other people doing great. Celebrate those people. So I think in terms of my mental health, it has just been too much comparison, but I'm at a better place now. I think I've grown a lot.
Yeah. No, that's really true. It does affect your mental health. And I feel like also with jealousy, right? It's good that you're acknowledging the emotion.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not an all terrible emotion. If you wouldn't feel it, it's just that people take it too far.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's okay to be jealous and acknowledge that, oh wow,
like they did better than me.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But don't let it be a driving emotion. Don't move from that point. Social media really affected me as well. I remember there was a time I quit social media because, everybody just seems to have it all together. And I didn't. And it's like, how? How? And it's like, I'm tired of this perfect people. My life is so imperfect. One day I'm up, one day I'm down. And at that time I was also pushing very much to be an Instagrammer, influencer. And I felt like it wasn't working, and I had to come back to myself to find myself and find something that I like, that makes sense, not because everyone is doing it. It does get to you, and I felt very much better after I took the break and was offered. And when I came back, it was healthy competition with whoever, like motivation. It's no longer like, oh, they're doing better than me. It's not like,
can
wow,
also be inspiration.
What can I learn from this person? They post every day. They do this. They're serious. Their content is good. And like, that's what I can learn.
Yeah, like it's important to be inspired, not jealous of. Just be inspired that, she's consistent with this. Let me try and be consistent like her. That's inspiration. That's moving from a place of inspiration rather than jealousy.
Let that not be the drive.
So who's next? Is it you?
Yeah, it is me. LinkedIn is a powerful networking platform. How do you think it has influenced your career? Well, for me, I'll agree. It is a very powerful platform. Very, very powerful, especially when you're starting off your career. Like, I feel like as soon as you get to varsity, create an account. That will help you stay motivated, try find things within the institution to upskill yourself, And for me also, my first job came from LinkedIn. My second job also from LinkedIn. So really, LinkedIn, it works. So for me, it changed things for me. People believe it doesn't work. I feel like if you have a good profile, work on it, make sure your profile looks good. The algorithm will work on your behalf. And
create connections, because when you create connections, you're more likely to reach more people and the HR people that you want to reach out to, right? For me, unfortunately, I've never gotten a job from LinkedIn, so it hasn't really worked for me in that regard. But I've seen that it has worked for me in the sense that I don't have a mentor. Like, there's no one I can pick up the phone and be like, hey, I'm going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I look for distant mentors on LinkedIn. If I see that
unofficial,
I'm watching you from a distance, you get what I mean? And then if I have like a really pressing question, then I'll reach out to the person and DM them and say, hey, I'm going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How did you go through this and whatever? like you're not always gonna have a mentor that's gonna have time for you to sit down and show you, do you do this, you do that. Sometimes you have to create those mentors yourself, look up to people from a distance. So it has really helped me look up to people from a distance. I changed careers, right? When I was going through my transition, how I came about knowing the school that I went to for data science was through someone I called, and also LinkedIn. They told me about the school. Have you tried the school? Then I was like, okay, let me go and check people that went to that school on LinkedIn. And I went and I checked, and I saw that it really worked for them. They are now data scientists or data analysts, and that's how I got to go to that school. So go and check other people's profiles, see what they've done in the past, and yeah, it can really help you. It's not just about getting the job, it can also be about connections.
That really helps. Yeah, it opens a lot of doors. Like I also get DMs when people ask me stuff, and you never know. Some people are willing to help.
Yeah.
People ask me, "Oh, I see you work here. Can you help me? I have an interview." And I'll share my experience that I had. And some people might not respond. Some will. It's just like okay.
Try. Shoot your shot.
Yeah, period.
Okay, this one says, how do you handle comparison? I kind of touched on this, so I'll just go very quickly on it. How I handle comparison is just to remind myself who I am, where I am from, and to remember that
where you going
and where I'm going, and we are from different backgrounds. So I cannot compare myself to trust fund babies.
You cannot. You have nothing to fall back on.
I am you know how people used to say that I come from a poor background, don't. I am now the background. My son is talking about me now. You see, so I can't compare myself to other people, and I think the situations that I've been through have helped me know that I cannot compare myself to other people, because some of them are so deep that there's no way I could be at a certain level if it wasn't for the situations that have happened to me. So sometimes, like I said in her channel, I was also on her channel by the way, I said sometimes we're comparing ourselves to people who have a shorter journey than us. Like people our age are now dying, right? I never thought I could die, but I'm starting to realize that no, man, you could also die. So 35-year-olds are dying, 40-year-olds are dying. Sometimes you find yourself comparing yourself to people who have a shorter journey, who are going to die earlier, and you have a longer journey. You're going to live for 60 years. And for those that are dying at 35, God is blessing them rapidly so that they can enjoy their benefits and rip and move on to the next life, right? But me, because I'm going to live longer, for example, I'm still going to enjoy these things at 40, but I'm competing with someone whose journey is shorter. So we don't know each other's journeys. I'm not saying that if life is going well for you, your journey is short, but I'm just trying to show an analogy that I've used, that our journeys are different, and just to be inspired by what other people are doing rather than comparing myself. I get inspired now, and if I feel a little bit like I'm getting a bit jealous, I'm like, hey, let me comment today on that post. Let me celebrate this person, and I just celebrate the person, and I just for me, I always use this phrase that God is in the neighborhood. If it's doing for her, that means that
should be the mentality.
Exactly.
That
so
should be the mentality.
Don't compare yourself. We're all unique.
Yeah, definitely. Our journeys are different, and I feel like you already said, like, stick to your own path. You are who you are. Like, know yourself.
Exactly.
And just to know your journey hasn't been similar to anyone's journey till this point.
Yes.
I think maybe if you're involved in high school, you'd say we are doing the same thing. But like once you get out into the real world,
things change.
Our journeys are completely different.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Embrace your journey and just be like, your time is coming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's my turn. How do you think social media can be used as a tool to improve one's life? You too. Like, guys, I'm telling you now that in 5 years' time, I will be a full-time content creator. 6 figures. That's how gonna change my life. You see, that's that. We know people who, are living off of social media, are going on brand trips outside of South Africa because of social media, because you started dancing, from TikTok. She started dancing during lockdown. Now she's going to Thailand, what, because of content creation. So you never know. It can really change your life in that way.
Yeah, I think social media can also, if you're not like a content person and you're not out there like that, social media can help you get information. We can use it as a tool to learn as a tool to advance our careers.
True.
If you go on TikTok, there's so many people doing content on careers that we never knew about when we were young. There are people who are giving business ideas. So it can also be a way to make friends. Because I don't know what's happening now. I feel like it's so tough to make friends. It's so difficult. But I mean, shoot your shot on social media. Let it not just be about romantic relationships. If there's a girl you like, be like, girl, I like you. Let's go on a date. And if she's up to it, you guys can be friends, right? So I think we can use it to definitely improve our lives. We can learn. It can improve our careers, and it can form relationships and friendships. So it depends on how you look at it.
How you want to use it.
Yeah.
Because I actually have a friend that I met through social media, and we're still friends now. So shoot your shot.
Don't be lonely. Don't be lonely. Okay. What are the positive aspects of social media from your point of view? I think we kind of answered that. So I'll take another one. What kind of social media footprint are you aiming to leave behind?
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Interesting. Yeah.
I think for me, I'll just sort of knit this question together with maybe the impact I'd like to leave behind or what I'd like to be remembered for.
Okay.
I think for me, I wanna make an impact. I wanna make a positive contribution to people out there. When I pick up my camera to do my YouTube videos, the motivation is usually how is it gonna help someone else, you know? Obviously we wanna get monetized and everything, but that's not the biggest motivation. The biggest motivation is, can it change someone's life?
Yeah.
Can someone learn from this? If it's my experience with my teenage pregnancy, I share it so freely because I'm like, if a teenager can see this and decide to make a different decision, let them do that. That's a win, okay? I've made impact. So I want to leave a lasting impact that will go into generations. Maybe 5 generations after this, they won't even know me, but the impact I would have done to one generation could be a ripple effect. So I just want to motivate people, encourage people, and celebrate life.
Yeah, that's very good. I feel like as data people,
Yeah.
we know the importance of data and the
Yeah.
fact that, you know, the internet doesn't forget. So
Yeah.
that's something always at the back of my mind when I'm creating content, to be mindful of the type of content that I'm going to create. I don't want to one day be scolding my child for something and then she pulls up a video.
Yeah.
Mom, you were busy.
Yeah. No,
I don't even want to think about it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So those are things that I think about. And also, you know, just fruitful conversations. I want to always have fruitful conversations, especially on online platforms. That's why I was saying, I don't like to talk about relationships or boys or whatever, because I will reflect 5 years from now. And I'm like, what the heck was I going through? Like, there was no need for me to be that wild.
Yeah, was it worth it?
It wasn't, you know.
Yeah.
So, but with evergreen stuff, like, you know, talking about your career and, you know, growth, that's something that I'll always be proud of. When I look back, I'll be like, wow, at 25, I was pushing for such growth. I was doing this. I was, you know, something impactful, you know. So, yeah, that's the type of footprint I want to leave. I want to leave, like, add value into someone else's life. I share a lot of lifestyle content, like your vlogs and all of that, experiences. I want people to see that, you know, there is still more to life, you know. Go out there, experience life, explore. So
Have fun.
yeah.
The other day I was talking to my friend and we were talking about how Miles Monroe is making a difference in his grave. Like, you watch those videos and they're still relevant today. So that's what we're aiming for, that even when we are gone, if a video of us ever pops up one day, even if it's just you in your vlog living your best life, if it can get someone out of their couch and they go meet people and they go have fun, so be it.
You know what? That's a good example. We need to use that more. Like, you know, I was at the bookstore and his books are still there. He's still making money even when he's long gone. Yeah. Do you ever experience depression as a result of social media? I don't think my depression, the time I did have depression, it didn't stem from social media. It was from my own personal experiences and maybe I would say maybe the comparison or just feeling not happy with where I was. Like I was not satisfied with the plan, the move in my life, like where I was going. I was just not happy with that. So I wouldn't say it was mainly social media.
I think for that, what she's talking about, the move and whatever, go to her channel and watch the video that we did.
Yeah.
Then you'll get context. Yeah. I also don't think my depression or my depressive seasons and episodes are from social media, but I do see that social media may worsen it because already I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with and I'm going through what I'm going through, and then I log in and all I'm seeing is happy people living their best lives, people splashing money, that's I'm broke, you know, so it can definitely worsen things, and it can steal your time, guys. It can really steal your time. So I think social media is not the main reason, but it can contribute. So when I'm going through like a very tough season, I really make sure that I'm being careful with who I'm listening to, who I'm watching, because social media can also be a tool that helps me get out of that depression or that difficult situation by hearing people's testimonies and watching videos. So it depends on how you use it in that depressive environment or season of your life. So it's not all bad. I think there's a lot of good to it as well. So I don't think it's the main reason for my depression episodes. Yeah, what do you admire about me?
Wow. I admire your resilience. I admire your resilience mainly because like I've known you for a long time.
Yeah.
I was with you when you told me about your
pregnancy.
And the emotions, the roller coaster and everything, and just to see how you came out at the other end of it as a victor of your story, you know what I mean, as a conqueror in your story, you know what I mean, because that cannot be an easy thing to go through, and I think it's tough what you went through, and people, I feel like this is a lot, man. This is a lot about that period in your life, and just to see how you push through, and obviously, like, you know, like you went through a lot, right?
I literally did
a lot. Like when some of us are now doing our honors, you're not, and I'm sure you start comparing yourself and all of that. It's so easy when you're just moving at the same pace with everyone, but when everyone you started with is now moving in a different direction, you start thinking, you know, negatively or whatever. But just to see you push through, find your own path, not the honest route, your own path that still got you to your desired destination or desired point in your life. I don't feel like you've regressed. I don't feel like you are late for anything. You're exactly where you're supposed to be.
Oh, thank you. That is so beautiful. What I admire about you is her work ethic, guys. Her work, like, I don't know. I'm sure when you look, you're like, hey, I'm not that serious. But when I see you from the outside, I think your work ethic, though, I remember when I got to that company that we were together, and you were telling me how you're doing your masters. When you get home, you take a nap, and it was peak of load shedding, guys. Peak of load shedding. Like, even though there's no electricity, I'll just wake up and study. Even when there's no electricity, I'll use my ring light. For me,
I actually forgot about that.
No, I remember because from that day I admired your work ethic. I remember even in varsity when I remember we were writing exams, and I was like, how are you keeping up, because these dates are so close to each other, how are you studying? And you were like, no, I sleep for 2 hours and then I wake up another 2 hours and study, and then I sleep again, like that.
Crazy.
I'm sure you don't remember, but I do, because I think I struggle with I don't want to say laziness, but laziness. Like I struggle to push myself to work.
And I think I'm lazy.
No, girl, you are not. Or maybe because of the things that you tell me, I take from you. The fact that you sleep when you get home, and then when you wake up, whether there's electricity or not, you're studying, you're doing your work. For me, that is very inspiring. The fact that you got to master's level. This is a master's graduate. Oh, master's graduate. Like you never give up. You keep going for the next thing. Even when you were doing the books thing, the reading, Like the way you would be dedicated, I'm gonna read 3 books, and you make sure that you read the 3
Actually,
books.
yeah.
Like when she puts her mind to something, she does it, and that's
the
one thing I really
That's the
like.
thing. I feel like that's one consistent thing I've heard from most people. Like,
Yeah.
When you said someone was telling you, like, you said you wanna do your braces, you did them. You said you wanna do your eyes, you did
them. Yeah.
Like, and when it's happening in my life, I don't see it like that.
Yeah.
But when someone else tells me, like, I remember last year we were talking about this, you said you wanna do it, now you've done it.
She does everything she wants, she gets. I mean, even her YouTube channel, the consistency there. Come on.
Girl.
Come on. Girl is consistent. There's only 1 week where you didn't post.
Since I started.
Since she started. And there's only 1 day where she missed a post when you were doing that posting every day.
Every day.
When you were at the bushfire thing, that's the day when you didn't post. But other than that, if she says she's doing October mass or whatever, whatever it's called.
October.
She's doing it. If she says she's doing for the 75-day challenge, girl is a girl is consistent.
Thank you.
Admire that.
It's really affirming to hear that from someone else, because you just think, like, you don't do enough, like, but it's really affirming to hear that.
That's a beautiful thing. I hope you continue with that consistency.
Girl, you just motivated me. Now I need to finish October when I started.
Exactly. So you see, like, people are looking up to you. I'm even looking up to you. When I want to do my courses and I'm like, let me just go and sleep. I'm like, but Ceci used to wake up, you know?
Right. No, I remember those days. I think it's like the goal. What I want at the end is the one thing that motivates me. So with YouTube, I'm like, it's a vision board. Let's go to the vision board.
Yeah.
You dreamt it, you wrote it down. Now you need to put in the work, and God will meet you. You know what I mean? So
that's key.
Yeah.
That's key. Right. It's your turn.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
What do you think we can use social media? How do you think we can use social media to our advantage? The same way we're using it right now, right? Which is to share positivity with the world, like add value to someone else's life. When someone is watching your video, let them get something, let them go home with something. So just fruitful content, I think.
I think you can use social media to your advantage, create connections.
Yeah.
One thing I'm really learning after my long season of loneliness is the fact that you need people. Like, you can have the best degree, you can have the greatest what, but if you don't have people that will open opportunities for you, open doors for you, let you know about events that are happening that you could attend that could change your life, then you will remain stagnant. And I'm not saying that you must go and bribe people and whatever, form creation, connections and do things backdoor. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that you need people to progress. You need people to know about some opportunities. And I was also looking at my Instagram following, the people that I'm following, right? And I'm just thinking that, why am I following this person? Like, is the value that I'm learning from this person, or I'm just seeing harms? Like,
and I feel like the initial push to follow that person was not good. It was
not good. Exactly, looks good. But what am I learning? So I'm thinking of maybe channeling my following and the people I listen to more to what can I get out of this person. For example, now I follow a lot more cooks, people that are cooking, because I want to learn how to cook, right? I want to become better, I want to improve. So every season of your life has an opportunity to change or become greater through social media. So if I'm in a season where I want to learn how to cook, I can follow cooks. If I'm in a season where I want to study, I can follow graduates. You know, if I'm in a season where I wanna heal, like healing. Follow mental health and mental wellness people. So you can use social media to help you in whatever season that you are in your life or whatever you're going through.
True. Because like even now, I was having a conversation with someone. Like also your social media, I would say Teams is also social media. It is also a good platform for you to reach out to people. You know. Because I reached out to someone on Teams and we had a very good chat and whatever, and he's now sort of like my unofficial mentor. Like whenever I'm going through something, he's willing to sit down with me for like 30 minutes to an hour of his time on Teams to share with me. So if you're at work, you work at big corporations, use that platform also.
Yeah.
It is social media, and someone actually told me like your masters can only get you so far.
That's true.
I'm like, wow, that's really true.
Yeah, you need
it can only get you to the door, but it won't get you inside.
Inside, yeah.
You need more than the piece of paper to get you that through the door, which means it could be connections, could be someone advocating for you, saying, although she has a master's qualification, she's also a good person, she communicates well. Someone to advocate for you outside of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also sometimes it keeps you in the room. When you enter the room, don't then be silent, be shy. Make connections, you know. And when I say in the room, like Teams, you are in this company, you can reach out to people. You are in the room and you're making connections within the company.
Yeah.
So social media can really help you make connections. LinkedIn, guys, get onto that LinkedIn and approach people, learn from people, get mentors. Like you don't even have to say, hey, you're now my mentor. Just watch them, be inspired by them. So yeah, I think it can be very helpful. We can use it.
Okay. When did you realize that there is something special about you?
Self-awareness.
And what was it? Yeah.
Ooh,
something special about me. I think I realized that I don't know, the word is running away from me. But I don't fear. Like, you know, I feel like, yes, we did talk about imposter syndrome, but that's something else. I'm talking about fear. Like, right now, if you dare me, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not just in crazy stuff. I mean, like, if someone's like, how are you gonna talk to this person? If that is aligned to my plan, best believe I will go and do it. And I feel like, I don't know, it's being ballsy, just going there, approaching people, talking to them. It has taken me so far, and you realize that, you know what, you just need to step out of your comfort zone and stop letting fear hold you back. So I think, when I realized that, you know what, I can just literally bulldoze my way through anything that I want the moment I put my mind to it. So I think that's it. I don't let fear hold me back. If I want something,
you go for it. Yeah, that's so good. I think for me, I realized that there's something special about me after my pregnancy, literally. Because like I said, that was the toughest season of my life. It was horrible and it was bittersweet actually, because I'm excited about my baby coming. I love my baby and everything, but also there was so many challenges. It was very difficult. But the fact that God got me through that situation and I managed to come out of it, that literally showed me that there is more to me than just whatever I've achieved or whatever. God wants to work through me. And the fact that I know you spoke about my resilience, but the kind of life I have now and what I had imagined at the time are so different. I imagined I would be going downhill. I imagined that now I was going to be struggling and everything, but the fact that God has brought me this far just shows me that there is something that God wants to do with my life and there's more to me. So I think that's when I realized that, you know what, I have a special story. I know it's like many other people's stories. So many people have gotten pregnant before, but I think the way God is orchestrating my story is so special and is so beautiful and inspiring to a point where I feel like that's really something I can work with. It's very special about me. And I can go through anything now, I can tell you that.
Yeah,
I can go through
I was telling her actually that, you know what, I don't think there's anything more challenging than that.
I don't think it
your
can
routine, you're going through all of that. No, I don't think there's anything.
It cannot get worse than that.
Okay, Martin. No, I read this one.
Okay, we've got 2 minutes left, by the way. What memory do you have of us and is it your favorite? I thought of a memory when you... when you were speaking, you said I'm a vendor girl.
Yeah.
I thought of the time, I don't know whether you remember this, we were in class class, I think we were in grade 8 or grade 9.
Yeah.
And then there was a debate about who's better between the Venda and the Tsonga people.
Yeah.
And you kept saying, I'm Tsonga, I'm Tsonga. By the end of the debate, she changed like, I'm Venda. So I don't know if you remember that, but yeah, that's my favorite memory.
No, I think people always ask me, are you Venda, are you Tsonga? What are you? And I'm like, I decide when I wake up.
Is it Venda
Which one?
today?
Yeah. My favorite memory of us is when we did that dance challenge. Was it in grade 11 or something? We have this cute video. We're doing, what do you call that dance?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I really like that video. Like, you know, it was a fun time.
Very cool times. So we are out of time, but I just have one question that I want to ask very quickly, and it is, how important is it to be self-aware, or how important is self-awareness?
Okay, that's a deep one for the last few minutes, but it is important to know yourself, and I would say you need to take time to know yourself and know what triggers you, what makes you you know what I mean, and yeah, I feel like just take the time to know yourself. And also I think for me what I did was just learn emotional intelligence. It's not something that comes naturally. Yeah, you need to learn and know what triggers you, what makes you react a certain way, and now you become aware of how you're reacting or how someone's words affect you, and just being aware of what triggers you. Yeah.
Because another thing is, when you're not self-aware, even when people try to call you out on bad behavior, you're gonna get angry.
You don't see it.
Because you don't see it. But if someone is calling you out on something that you're already struggling with, you can be like, oh, I'm already working on that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And also sometimes when people try to use your weaknesses against you, it won't work if you know yourself, because then you already know, this is what I struggle with, Vele. So if you don't know yourself, you're gonna struggle a lot. So spend time with yourself, get to know yourself, get to understand why you react the way you react, and also go back to your childhood memories, the things that have happened to you that have caused you some trauma, and deal with those things. You need to be self-aware and know who you are, where you come from. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Be self-aware, and I hope that this video was very helpful, and you're gonna use social media to your advantage and to impact your life. Please don't forget to subscribe on Angel Matters YouTube channel, and go follow her. Her details will be down below. Please do like this video, comment down below, and give us some love. Thank you so much, lovelies. Have a good one. Bye.